Hello, blessed family. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. Content creation will be here. Today we shall be looking at this delicious egusi recipe. Look at that egusi now. Look at the orishi there. Let's start off with our ingredients. We have a uziza seed. Then we have a stockfish, Pomo, periwinkle, peppers, vegetables. For this, I'll be using uziza vegetable and ugu vegetable, as well as proteins. You can use any protein of your choice. First off, we get our pot, clean pot, and then add in some oil, some palm oil into the pot and fry it with some onions before adding the blended pepper in. After adding the blended pepper in, we leave for a while for it to cook. So when it cooks for a minute, we add our seasoning. After adding the seasoning, then we add in our stockfish, everything washed and prepped, of course, stockfish and the pomo, so that it will continue to absorb that nutrient. You know what I'm saying? So next up, when it is cooked, we add in egusi. The difference between the other methods of egusi that I have used previously and this is just that this egusi is not mixed with water. Just include or add it in the mix in its powdered form before adding water. So that is the difference in this recipe. So we go in with some water so that it doesn't burn, and that is my meat stock, or chicken stock to be precise, chicken and turkey stock. So I added in some spoonfuls of the chicken stock. Obviously, didn't want it to be too much in such a way that it will overwhelm my soup, since I already added my seasonings. Just to gauge everything and create a balance which is necessary for a delicious soup. So therein we stir the soup and then leave it for a while to boil and cook very well. Egusi soup has to cook very well. It just has to cook very well. There I was just contemplating on whether to add my proteins at this point, but I changed my mind and I did not add it again. I just left the pot on the fire and allowed it to cook properly. There I added my uziza seed. I almost forgot, but I did not forget. So I added in my uziza seed, gave it a stir, and then left it to cook very well and properly. Here, after some minutes, I went back into the pot to give it a stir, just to make sure it's not burning and it's cooking perfectly well. So when it starts to burn, or if your egusi starts to burn, just as much as possible, I think you reduce your heat. Make sure the heat is not too much and just regulate it. Then therein I added in my proteins. Here I have some fish, some fried fish. I have some chicken. I have a little bit of turkey, and then I decided to add some water because it was too thick. You can leave it at any consistency you like, but I do not like egusi that is too thick. It has to just be medium, in between, not thick, not running. It has to just be perfect the way I like it. So here I'm just giving it a good stir, giving it a good mix to make sure every ingredient in there is properly combined. Then I add in more water and leave it to boil. Of course, I left it for a while, for about 10 to 15 minutes, before coming back now right here to give it another stir. And of course it has started burning, but not so much, so I reduced the flame or the heat before continuing with the cooking. Now I'm adding in my periwinkles. Periwinkle. I'm adding in my periwinkles, and this is done at this point just because periwinkles cook very fast, or rather fast, especially when they're out of the shell. I didn't want it to be overcooked. I still needed it to have that crunch. So I added my periwinkle in, and then I'm going in right now with my vegetables. As I mentioned earlier, I have Ugu and Uziza. That's the Uziza I'm adding in right now. So I added in all my vegetables. I love egusi with enough vegetables. Okay, so I added in the vegetables and then giving it a good stir. Yes, here we go. Giving it a good stir. Just look at that soup. No, look at this soup. Tell me you don't feel like eating this soup with pounded yam or poundo yam or semo or starch or eba or fufu. It goes with anything, even rice. Yes, where are my rice people? We are here. Look at this egusi. Just look at that. Just look at that with the oil. After leaving it for another 15 minutes, mind you, I leave egusi to cook very well. It has to cook well so that nobody has any kind of stomach upset. So at this point, after leaving it, the oil is already floating to the top. It is ready to be consumed. Look at that. Shake. Opa. Look. So yummy. A sweet bottle of Zobo prepared by yours sincerely. I make the most yummiest Zobo. No preservatives, all natural ingredients. If you want to have a taste, just let me know. I have them available. And thank you for watching. Bye. Subscribe.